Y'all ready?
No. Wait. Are you trying to say that like you're Diddy and I'm Mason this piece?
You already know, my nigga. We on the when we on a podcast, it's hot wax.
Oh shoot.
Exactly. I'm trying to get to the chorus. Wait.
Disrespecting the pastor right now on a Sunday too.
You already know, man. Cause we're close to the pod. Can we not podcast? Can we not?
I'm just good for ad libs here.
First of all, you wasn't even supposed to talk yet, but that's right. We in the building. We are in the building. That is right. It is the Can We Not podcast episode. I want to say 56. Normally, Kenneth is here to tell me if I'm correct or not.
He's the fact checker.
But Kenneth is not in the building. Akai is not in the building. But we do have somebody else here that you can hear his voice.
Yes.
Normally,
some of y'all know me. Some of y'all don't.
You might recognize him as the enormous body figure that passes by the cameras. Shout out to the YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you might know him from the comic strip.
Nobody knows me from the comic strip.
Most of you might know him from. Most of you might know this man from the viral video on BuzzFeed solving a Rubik's Cube. He might have a Rubik's Cube on him. He does. He always keeps a Rubik's Cube on him. He always keep that thing on him.
What?
But I know him as the man who helps me out with the podcast.
What a long-ass introduction.
Because you deserve it.
Thank you.
But, ladies and gentlemen, we have the one, the only, Tone Viera in the building.
What's up, everybody? Glad to be out from behind the shadows now. Evan has called upon me. By default, you had no choice, did you?
Listen, everybody else is busy.
I was like at the bottom. You know who was on? Jade, you know who was on before me? Adrian from the Bronx was on. He was being considered before me.
Almost sexy Jade. Yo, you trying to get on the...
He was about to... your cinema therapy still going to be there? Ask him if they want to stay an extra hour.
Yeah, whoever the show was before, I'm like, yo, y'all trying to... Y'all trying to run that back?
Boozy news. We'll read the news again like CNN. Come
on. Exactly. Just Negro news.
Nah, man, it's good to be here. I've gone on the mic a few times, and it's always a good vibe here. This is the dopest of vibes.
That is certified. You heard it here first, folks. We also got Party Lamp in the building.
It's lit!
Thank you, Party Lamp. Always here helping us out with the good vibes.
Always looking good.
But, like I always said, it's, so much is going on in the world, but the most important thing is always what happens with my co-hosts. And since my niggas ain't here because they want to be, for those of you who don't know, they're sick. They're out sick this week.
They really are, both of them.
They're sick of me. So, one of them, we can't kick Kenneth out of the strip club. He's still in there. He got a reservation. He can't get out of the strip club. Akai, on the other hand, he has consumed a cucumber through the wrong end of his body, and his body is not taking well to it. And right now, he is on bed rest. The doctors told him to stop. He says he won't. That's why I played the song, Can't Stop. Can't nobody hold him down. Can't nobody cucumber him down.
Word.
So
this week you won't catch him at the comic strip. Won't catch me.
At the comic strip.
Let's go. Oh man.
All right, but we have Tone in the building, and
yeah, man.
Most guys you don't get to hear much from Tone. So,
no, man.
Tone, how are you?
I'm well. This was a hot week. I hate that because I have hyperhidrosis.
Well, you don't have hyperpalmar-hydrosis.
What's that?
That's what Akai has, where he sweats a lot. In his hands. His hands sweat all the time. His hands are always extremely sweaty, and it is a medical condition. So he says, I think it's just a self-lubricant.
I got you. Besides that, I've just been prepping throughout the week. I got a big show coming up. And
that is right.
I'm pumped. I've been hitting up open mics. I've been going to gay open mics, too.
Oh, so you've hit you're very progressive. Mm-hmm. So you hit a lot of open mics for this big show. What is this big show you have coming up?
This Tuesday, I'll be at Caroline's. We're doing the Breakout Artist Comedy Series. And our good friend, Jeremy Scipio, he's headlining it. Yes.
Shout out to Jeremy.
We're looking forward to having him on the show sometime. He's an L.A. comic. He's been a really good friend.
If I knew he was in town, I would have texted him, too.
I know. He'll probably still make it over here, too.
Exactly.
No, he's a dope dude. He's been kind of like our mentor in comedy. He's been doing it for years. He's worked with a lot of a lot of important people, and now he's finally getting his shot. And
he's
like,
an important person. He's finally getting treated as such as he deserves.
For sure, man. And
he's put a lot of years in, a lot of time in. 10,000 hours. He's finally get his breakout comedy special. He's recorded. He has an album available, I believe, that he recorded at New York Comedy Club. That the show that me and Tone actually got to do with him.
Yeah, see, that was an honor within itself, just that he let us open up for him.
Yeah.
He's like, you little guys, I'll let y'all open up for me. Your parts won't get recorded anyway.
Unless we requested it. But
check it out on Tidal, Spotify. It's called It Happens to the Best of Us. Jeremy Scipio.
That is spelled Scippio.
Yep. Free promo for Scipio.
Of course, always got to help out the squad. But, all right, now, enough of all that. So much has happened in the world, Tone.
Definitely.
I sent you the topics.
What you got? What you got on the plate for us?
I was going to ask you, where did you want to start? But let's start with something more recent with A$AP Rocky.
Yes. He's been trending. I saw that. First thing, you know how I found out? From our president that he was out. You don't like that? What? Who are you booing? The president? Get the fuck out of here. Are you booing the fact that I follow the president? Or are you booing the fact that he was the first one that reported it?
Yes.
Both?
Yes to everything.
Is it bad that I get my information from the president?
No, I understand. A lot of people do want to follow the president on, social media because they want to know what's happening on the other side of the, the political opposition.
It's huge.
But, yeah, I guess I just didn't like the fact that he tweeted out as if he was the reason that he was out. Like, when earlier in the same week, he was like, hey, man, tried to make the call, but they ain't let it. Nah. They wasn't feeling it.
They ain't answer.
They wasn't feeling my steez.
I like how somebody immediately was like, you guys do know that A$AP Rocky went through the legal process.
Yeah, that's what happened. It had nothing to do with Trump.
Nothing. But he's like, it was a rocky week for Rocky.
So
get home ASAP.
ASAP. With the dollar sign, though.
ASAP Trump in the building.
Hot garbage. So what do you rate Trump's bars?
Like a 2.
I ain't gonna lie. That nigga almost had my vote with that tweet. He almost had my vote.
2 terms?
He almost had me, man.
Oh, 2-term Trump.
When I saw the dollar sign, man, where's that?
It's there.
Yeah, I know
oh,
it is.
shoot.
Where is it?
Oh, it's there. It's there. But I think doesn't matter. The important thing is that A$AP is out. He's back on American soil. And the first thing he said is, I'm never going back to Sweden.
Never.
Where is that? Oh, you motherfuckers.
I want him. Everybody was saying, too, they are like, I hope A$AP drops the hardest album.
No, he's not.
He's not.
He couldn't do that when he was free. He couldn't do it when he was free.
Give yourself an air horn for that. Oh, man. Oh, man.
I found it. Found the button.
Oh,
but
man.
Now that all the...
How you roasting the man as soon as he gets out?
Because it's free now. You can get these jokes. I wasn't with all the, we got to cancel A$AP. We're happy he's in jail. I was never on that side. I was always on the side of, you can get these jokes. Like anybody in the world, you can get these jokes.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody, any given time. When you're in the room with 2 comics, you might catch a stray one. Exactly.
Boom.
What else happened in the world before I reach my phone? Was there anything else that might have resonated with you, Tone?
Resonated with me?
Yes.
Oh man, there was these mass shootings going on yesterday.
Fuck. It's not funny. Why am I laughing? How did the show go this way? An evil turn.
Nah, man, come on, we got to talk about it. It happened in Jade's hometown.
Oh. See?
In her home state.
I ain't from there.
You're not from
Which
Texas?
one? No, but see, but here's the thing. Which one? Because so many mass shootings. Yeah. And it's one of the biggest states in the country. And it's full of deserts. To the left of it. But yeah, it was a lot. The problem with that is that there were multiple mass shootings within hours of each other.
Yes.
So saying that, it's from, you from there. I don't know. And which one?
That's crazy, though.
Yeah. So I do want to give my condolences to everybody in El Paso. And the other one that happened.
My question.
What was the other one?
They sell guns in Walmart.
Yes, that is very true.
Why didn't they just pull up? Like, oh, we shoot back.
Well, it's hard to get it off the rack. You got to get it off the rack.
Come on, they literally have 100 guns, 100 clips behind.
It's not New York, but I was gonna say that there was a story about this young man. I forget his name. I'm going to look it up in a second. But there was this young black man who I believe worked at a Foot Locker, or he worked in one of the stores in the mall that got shot up, and he was saving some of the kids. because it was like mass pandemonium, people running, and he saw a couple kids without their parents, and he went and he picked up as many kids as he could and tried to like bring them into safety. So I do want to shout out that young gentleman for like putting his life on the line to save others.
Was that the dude he served in the army at one point? Was it that dude, or are
not
we thinking
sure.
about the same story?
Not sure. I think you might be thinking of another story.
I always appreciate heroes.
Of course, all the time. I'm gonna find that nigga.
While you're looking for that, I'll bring up some other stuff. Something that's been really big on the news is this whole Equifax data breach.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Capital One.
Yeah, the
we talked
Capital
about. Oh, we weren't there that week. We did talk about Equifax data breach, where everybody can get a $150 check if you were affected by it. There's like a link that you can hit up.
It's funny. You go on the link and you type in your last name, put in the last 6 of your social, and then they're like, "Nah, we don't got you in the system, dog."
They'd be like, "Nah, it wasn't you."
I'm not getting $150.
I think I might hit him up. What about you, Party Lamp? It's lit. Damn, Party Lamp getting pissy.
But yeah, Equifax, man.
What
They're
about
like,
Capital One?
Or we'll give you a year of free monitoring.
Free monitoring? What's that?
Credit monitoring.
What? That's just a year of watching my information?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't feel safe with that at all.
I mean, y'all leaked it in the first place.
Exactly. But there was a story about Capital One on Monday of last week. There was the Capital One put out a story that there was a data breach earlier in the month that exposed personal information of its customers, including social security details and bank account numbers.
This is separate from the Equifax one? So there's been 2 breaches.
Yes, there's breaches all the time. Instagram was just down the other day, bro. Like, listen, what do you think they're doing with our information?
Son, these hackers be bored.
They don't be the hackers. It be them.
Oh, word?
Did you hear the story about Chase? Like they're actually like selling drugs and moving bricks behind the scenes in banks.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's a real thing going on.
Damn.
Well, it's no secret that sometimes with the banks they move your money, they buy stocks and things like that. They gamble with your money. That's what happened in 1920s and stuff like that. But it's still going on today. There was a story that came out that they were actually moving drugs.
Except we're less depressed about it.
Exactly. But the Virginia headquarters bank said that in a news release that about 140,000 social security numbers of its credit card customers and around 80,000 linked bank accounts were compromised. In total, Capital One said this event affected approximately 100 million individuals in the United States and approximately 6 million in Canada.
That's a third of the population.
The FBI arrested a suspect, Paige A. Thompson, who was charged with computer fraud and abuse. According to the court records, authorities said that Thompson used the alias Erratic in the online communications and was investigated for exfiltrating and stealing information, including credit card applications and other documents from Capital One. Thompson made her initial appearance in the U.S. District Court in Seattle on Monday and was ordered detained pending a hearing on August 1st, 2019.
Well, I mean, with a name like that, Erratic, that's the only thing I would expect from her behavior to be erratic.
Well, that's the thing. Whenever you want to like be a hacker, you want to make like a fake name.
I want to tie these 2 things. See, these mass shooters, they're going to the wrong place. They should be pulling up to the banks.
Oh, and just rob the banks?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't want to go to my bank. Don't go to Chase.
When's the last time you gone to a bank?
Yesterday.
What'd you go do in the bank?
Get my money.
Oh, just to the ATM?
Yes.
Oh, you made it sound like you filled out the paper. You're like,
oh no, I don't talk to people.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you don't talk to people.
I'm not in there talking to people. What are you, nuts?
Hey Cheryl, how's the kids? I just wanted to make a few deposits today.
Exactly. Hey, what's going on behind the register? No, I'm not doing any of that. Also, I guess to switch topics real quick. A lot of celebrities were under fire this week.
Like who?
Speaking of under fire, you have LeBron James and Mario Lopez. Which one do you want to start with?
First of all, the LeBron James one is so dumb.
Okay, let's hear this tone breakdown.
They're like, oh, is he doing too much? He's happy for his son. I don't even think there's much of a story here.
You should have saw what Kenneth was saying in the group chat. He was like, yo, if that was my son, I'd be doing more than LeBron James.
Oh, he'd be doing splits. He'd be doing like Triller videos.
He said he was going to bust it open in the middle of the court.
Hey, hit him with that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got that one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Kung Fu Kenya.
But if that was your son, what would you do?
Probably be doing the robot every single play. Is there really a story here?
Yes. You don't think it was inappropriate?
No. Why is... Who started this? Who was like, I'm outraged about this?
White Twitter.
Really? White Twitter?
Yeah. The same people who canceled Mario Lopez. Yeah. Mario Lopez. AC Slater. The one and only. Canceled. Get him out of here. What did he do?
I'm mad about that too.
Well, the streets wanted to know, and the streets are Jade. According to the streets.
Two separate stories, but first of all, Mario, I mean...
Yeah, what do you want to do?
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
It's great that he's so involved because he's such a busy human being, businessman, athlete.
Really?
And he's in the offseason.
He ain't that busy. Every Tuesday he's on Instagram talking about, taco, dude. Wait, yo, come on, I'm about to unfollow.
Wait, what side are you on?
Well, I don't care, honestly.
You don't care?
No, and
I don't think this should even be a story, but
I'm on that side where it's good that a black father is, supporting his son. I am almost against it in the sense of just this angle. Just hear me out. Of the lineage of like, I was a great basketball player, so now you have to be a great basketball player. It's like in the olden days with like, your father was a carpenter, his father was a carpenter, so now you will be a carpenter. But I want to be an aquatic marine biologist. Boy, if you don't grab this carpet.
With that voice, you should be an aquamarine biologist.
So that was so random. I didn't know I knew that job title in my head.
The more you know.
So, Mario Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Lopez has been, quote-unquote, canceled for some improper remarks he made on a TV interview on the Candace Owens show.
Yes. He came out and said that letting your kids make their own decisions is wrong, especially when it comes to their sexuality.
In regards to
their sexuality.
Yes. He says that he thinks it's inappropriate if a 3-year-old, a toddler, identifies themselves as transgender or as an opposite sex.
Can I be honest? Because I'm so close to the culture. When I read that, in my head I was like, "Oh, you're done." Oh, you're done. Because I was like, this is the kind of thing that people wait for. They're just like this. They're like, let's see who we're gonna cancel today. Mario Lopez, you insensitive jerk. Guys, I met Mario Lopez one time. Nicest guy.
Did you make him throw up the West Side like you did Exhibit?
No, it was actually...
What did you make him throw up?
Nothing. I didn't even take a picture with him.
Oh.
It was a really cool... first of all, I don't get starstruck around celebrities. But with Mario Lopez, yes. And I still stand by that statement. If I saw him right now, I'd still be starstruck even though he's canceled to the culture.
He's not really canceled because he came out and, he said that he acknowledges that his statements could be hurtful to some people and they were ignorant.
He said that after the fact.
Yeah,
when he was canceled. If I said some wild shit on this podcast and then they try to cancel me, I'd be like, you know what, maybe I was wrong in thinking. Like I made that mass shooter comment earlier.
Yeah, you think they're going to come after you?
Yo,
like
we going to cancel you, Tone. You know what, maybe I said things a little out of context. Maybe,
he's getting ahead of it.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
You're getting ahead of it.
Can I be less canceled now?
No.
Damn.
No, nigga. Go in the cancel corner.
Damn.
We'll never... You know what I find funny about cancel, quote-unquote, cancel culture? It's a bunch of people who never supported you to begin with.
Yeah, that's true.
Who talk about, we'll never buy another... You never bought one to begin with. Why are you canceling me?
I'm be honest. Like, he's kind of been canceled for a while anyway.
He's not doing anything. What is he canceled from? Like, how are you canceling a person who has nothing going on?
I'm going to tell you.
It's not his show. It's Candace Owens.
Yo, y'all ever stay at hotels?
Yeah.
Y'all ever turn on the TV? The first person you see is Mario Lopez. Hey, guys, here's what's coming up on your programming tonight.
Well, what channel is that?
The standard channel that comes with every, hotel cable.
I'll go straight to input one, plug in PlayStation. Yeah.
HBO.
No, PlayStation.
Oh.
HDMI cable.
I thought you went to Real Sex, HBO.
Nope, input straight to HDMI channel. We're going to watch what's going on my laptop.
Yeah, that's true. I vouch for that. Yeah.
I don't even notice that they have cable in most of these hotels anymore.
Yeah.
And then they charge you for the Wi-Fi sometimes. Or they give you the whack one, which is horrible.
So, do you think that he should have been canceled for his comments?
No, I don't think anybody should be canceled. And I find it very ridiculous that people who never supported you to begin with have the audacity to come out on a public platform and announce.
Well, another funny thing about the word cancel is like what Charlemagne the God said. He's
What?
like, no one really gets canceled. People forget about that. Because OJ should have been canceled.
When? By who?
By everyone.
He was free. He was innocent.
According to the law.
You act like you're going to sit in front of a judge.
According to Judge Ito.
Judge Ito.
Judge Ito don't get a who yeah?
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? I got to give it to OJ. He got away with that murder, and he walked out
Right,
that
you're
courtroom.
about to get canceled for that. I got to give it to OJ. You about to get canceled
Well,
for that.
let me slow walk this joke out.
Okay.
You know, OJ got away with murder, and I bet he was feeling on top of the world. When he walked out of that courtroom, I bet some would say he was feeling.
I'm so wavy, baby. Wavy, baby.
You know he didn't have waves. They didn't give him no damn
He
do-rag.
went straight to the hair salon. Was
They-
like, "Yo, install these shits right now."
He did not have access to a do-rag for 2 years while he was
He got
in
a
jail.
toupee.
Nah, man.
Well, that was for assault, not that one. I'm talking about for the murder charge.
I'm
Before
done.
that one.
I'm
But
done.
it's funny with the cancel culture how people react and fight against it sometimes. Like in the news, I don't know if you heard about this. R. Kelly, who was facing trial and his was denied bail and he wasn't denied all of that. You can't even get house arrest. He couldn't stay at home. All of that. So they're detaining him and they're keeping him in to his court. And he had his supporters outside of the courtroom in support of him. And it was these middle-aged black women saying that he ain't do it. And, if I was that age, I'd let him. Like it was crazy.
Word.
Like these women really just lunged themselves at him and still support him regardless of all the facts that have come out, regardless of all the tapes we have seen over the years, regardless of the documentary that came out earlier this year about surviving R. Kelly. There's still middle-aged black women supporting this man.
How ironic would it be if that documentary won an Emmy?
I think it's nominated. It's nominated for a lot of yes. I think it's that one and the Ava DuVernay's Central Park 5.
Oh, that Central Park 5 is a tough one to go up against.
I'm never gonna watch that
Why not?
because same reason I'm not gonna watch the Harriet Tubman movie. Did you see the trailer for that?
There's a Harriet Tubman movie?
Yep. You know what it's called?
I'm canceling Harriet Tubman. No.
Where's my moment in Black History
No.
for Harriet Tubman? I already have one.
What's it called?
No. Oh, Tubman.
Wow, they're so creative.
No, it's called Harriet.
Again, they're so creative. They are so creative.
Yeah,
What's that Lincoln movie
you're
called?
not hyped for Harriet?
I'd rather be hyped for Harriet Winslow from Family Matters. Nah, son.
Oh, nigga, do you know
What this is?
Family Matters, nigga.
Oh, shoot.
Yes.
Oh.
Harriet Tubman, the one and only.
Wait, is this like going straight to video?
No,
or
this is in theaters.
theaters.
This is in theaters. Like, they got real people playing this shit.
Who's playing Harriet Tubman?
I don't remember. I watched the trailer once, and I was like, turn this shit off.
All right, without ever seeing the trailer, this is who I think should play Harriet Tubman.
If you say Whoopi Goldberg, I will jump across this table.
Nah, man. Who's that chick from Coach Carter?
I don't know.
The chick whose son couldn't play because he cursed at the coach? He in the car.
I don't know.
She's in another movie. I don't know these actresses' names.
Me neither.
She should play Harriet Tubman. She seems like a strong leader.
I was going to say, speaking of, like, women speaking against the coach, I was say, did you see that story that just came out recently about Marshawn Lynch? And he was got into, like, a little argument with a parent at his football camp.
Oh, gosh.
Where a parent came out and was like, you shouldn't be cursing around my son. And you're cursing around the kids and using profanity. And then he kept asking her questions like, yo, is your husband around? Like, is his dad around? Like can I speak to his dad? Like,
Oh, shoot.
and then and people saying, yo, that's mad sexist.
Nah, that's that Steve Harvey shit. You're going to have to call your husband to come out here. Monique, if you put your hands on me. I respect that.
But yeah, and a lot of, you know what's funny? I like that in that story, people came together and they were kind of like, no, that's not sexist to ask where your husband is, because you're yelling at him and he's speaking to you calmly. And if you're raising your voice, he doesn't want to raise his voice at you. He'd rather talk to your husband, and just in the case if things get heated, he knows how the situations look. That was like super smart of him to be that aware in the moment. And then he even acknowledged that somebody was recording off in the distance and was like, no, come here.
There's always someone recording
He
off
knows
in the
that.
distance.
He knew that. So he was like, yo, come over here,
Yo,
come
wait,
over here, just so you know.
He's a real educated dude, though.
Yes.
So he definitely...
He's so smarter
and
than
he's
what
also
people would think.
hyper aware of the culture. He knew he had to handle that with very
I'm just here so I don't get
in a
fined.
very tactical nature. Yes.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
Amen.
He knew.
That's how he goes about everything.
Yeah, he's super duper.
Give him some applause, man. He deserves it. Marshawn Lynch, way to stay relevant in the media. Not cursing out a woman. I'm about to start doing that. Where your boyfriend at?
Where your boyfriend at? You know niggas don't care if girls got boyfriends or not.
Bring them out here.
Nobody cares if girls have boyfriends these days. New study shows that 1 in 4... Oh, actually, nobody cares you have a boyfriend except Twitter. There's a new story going on right now in the Twitter sphere in the universe where a picture was posted where a girl said that she likes men with big arms. It was a picture of a woman and a dude with his face was covered with an emoji, but the dude had tattoos on his body. And the picture went viral because women are horny. And then another woman retweeted it with the caption of, "Yo, I recognize those tattoos. That's my boyfriend. When was this picture taken? He says this is old."
Oh.
He says this picture is old. And then they were like, Twitter detectives are the biggest snitches on the face of the planet.
That's a fact.
The Twitter snitches then went into the picture, zoomed into the background. There were magazines in the background, and then they looked up those magazines to see what monthly issue that was.
Oh.
It was in February. And then they were like, "Girl, these are February issues of People magazine. There you go." And then she was like, "Oh, shit. Like, that's, like, recent."
That's crazy.
And dude was like, "Yo, they were actually about to go on a trip. They were in Miami at the airport about to go on a trip." And then other people were like, "Yo, I know that dude. He was texting me."
That's
like, they
crazy.
just found out who this man was and put his whole information on blast.
That's crazy that these people have no life.
Yeah.
Wow.
Twitter detectives, man, they'll be the end of you. And I want to know, when is it too far? Because you know what it is? I feel like society, they don't know a situation, but they imply their own rules and stigmas on people.
Mm-hmm.
So they feel like, oh, how can he be cheating and this and that? It's like, yo, we don't even know that dude. Because what if he's like, I'm single, I'm just messing around. Like, what if he wasn't claiming any of these women?
That's a fact.
He's just being single and he's dating multiple people if he wanted to. Like, we don't know that side of the story.
Sounds like a good man to me.
Yeah, just dating multiple women. I mean, it just seems weird, you know. If he's out here having a hot boy summer, is all.
I'll tell you what's weird, man. I was watching a music video with you the other day, and I saw Tyrese throw his hat at RL from Next. That was weird. What? What?
Nothing.
What?
I had another transition joke.
Too much of an inside reference?
No, but what was the name of that? It had all the hot R&B stars in that song. What was the name of that song?
The Best Man.
The
Best Man I Can Be.
The Best Man I Can Be from the Best Man soundtrack, and the best man any man could be is a hot boy.
Oh, what about a city boy?
City boy, city boy.
Having a hot boy summer. That's right. All 2019.
Who's leading right now?
Oh, it's Hot Boys. We've been up by 1 million. City Girls lost. It's over. They've been lost.
Who's keeping score?
Me.
I follow Little Duval to keep up with the score.
Son, women hate Little Duval.
They do.
Fam, they really do. And it's bad that and you know what I don't like is that they only use his height against him. Ew, this short man who hate natural hair women, like, they use everything against him to just shit on him.
Short in height, tall in knowledge.
You was about to say something else.
No.
And I was going to cancel you.
No, I wasn't. He's a really smart guy. He's like this card that's right here. He's interesting, innovative, and introspective. City World Radio.
City Boy Radio.
City Boy. City Boy.
City boy, city boy.
Radio.
I'm good at this. Carmelo Anthony came out in a recent interview and said, "Yo,
I'm done.
A lot of niggas been talking shit, and I felt the need to come out and speak up for myself." So he basically said he heard you, Akai, and now we notice Akai's not here.
Yeah, notice.
Yeah, so Akai got to stop ducking Carmelo Anthony for the smoke. Carmelo Anthony's ready for you, nigga. You can't run and hide behind your cucumber patches.
I like the way he handled every single thing that was thrown at him. I didn't see it come off any type of way.
It was very professional. And the fact that we don't hear from him really helped.
I like the part where Melo's like, when I was with the Rockets, I did my job as a professional.
Yeah.
I was like,
I came to the coach.
I was like, nah, man, I'm going to check your time card. I'm going to make sure you was at every practice, Melo.
You think you were just out there wilding?
Nah.
I don't think he was because he's older. And he's married. Like, you're not really young, so you're not a hot commodity. You're not a young single player. Like, you have a family. Like, you're probably just doing your job, just going in,
I feel like he's definitely turned around a little bit. I feel like he's definitely had to go through a point where he's had to take his basketball more serious.
Yes.
Because there was definitely a point on the Knicks where he hit it. He hit rock bottom. And
that's when Porzingis got drafted. And
yes.
It was like, yo, this nigga's nice.
He had to get checked a couple. That Linsanity thing checked him a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, I'm not about to lose my spot to some bench dude.
Yeah, on a 10-day contract, came through and lit that shit up.
That whole shit is just crazy. But I feel he's sincere with everything.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. And I also feel like the fact of, he came out and said everything he needed to say. And also with him aging in today's NBA, he had to learn and go through an emotional, maturity to understand that his role is changing. And the game is changing, and that he has to change with it.
One thing that he said in the interview, though, he's like, I think the media started to build a stigma around me that I'm like this spoiled millionaire who's babied, and I'm a ball hog, and I'm not someone you can get along with. Do you remember that being said about him?
Yes, all the time.
And it's like, I believe a bit of that, because we all have, like, ego. But I don't believe it the way that they're saying. Because the fact that he even did this interview and he didn't trash anyone's name. He only spoke.
Only Akai.
Only Akai.
I'm about to call this nigga.
Put him on the phone. Put him on speaker.
I'm about to.
Hey, what's up? This is Akai. I can't answer right now. I'm with some cucumbers right now. You know what it is.
Man, where's this? You better...
But, Melo, I don't know if a team's going to want to sign him after that, though.
Nobody knows.
Because, like, let's say he goes to, like, another team and he doesn't get... He's not going to be in that superstar role anymore.
That's the fact. He had to come off the bench if he gets signed to the Lakers.
Lakers is actually calling.
Yo, this Melo in the studio. I heard you talking shit.
Man, fuck Melo.
See, I told you guys I was going to have surprise guests on this episode. Surprise.
Yo, what's up?
Talk to the pod. Let them know how you feeling.
Feeling fucking terrible. God damn.
Like Charles Barkley terrible?
I feel like Melo actually did fuck me up. Like, my stomach right now is like crazy.
So he got up in your guts?
I can barely get up, man.
Tell him that. I don't think he can hear me. He got up in those guts?
He got on your guts, bro?
First off, ew. Secondly, fuck y'all.
Did you tell him who's on
Third, did y'all call Kenneth?
No, he's getting called next.
Oh, goddamn.
I'm just calling all of y'all. I'm terrorizing you niggas for calling out on the pod. How dare y'all?
Listen, I didn't mean to call out. It wasn't something that I was going to feel good about. Obviously, I don't feel good right now. Ah, goddamn.
He's 54-1. He has a better record than Floyd Mayweather right now.
That is very true. You niggas are.
He has more wins.
I will give you guys the benefit of the doubt. You guys have done 55 weeks in a row, so you can miss 1 week.
He's technically on this episode right now.
You can miss 1 week.
And technically, you're not missing it. You're on the pod. See how
yes, we are. We are here. We're all here. Group chat this nigga.
No,
damn.
I'm gonna get off the phone with you. I want you to feel better. I just wanted you to know Melo's out here looking for you while we were talking about Melo on the show.
Yes.
That nigga Melo, tell him to come see me at 123 Fake Street.
City boy! City boy!
I forgot. Akai can't hear me pressing the soundboard. But
Why Akai sound like he in jail? He sound like Max B right now.
Oh, they got this nigga in Sweden?
Yo, man. Yo, free me, man. I'm out here, man.
I'll get Trump on the line.
Please. No, not Trump. Please, God, no, not Trump. Dear God.
That Akai,
ban guns.
he's a good-looking guy.
You said what?
Yo, ban guns and people.
Oh, we already talked about that, bro.
Actually, no, ban mental health.
we banned.
None of us got it. God damn.
Ban mental health. All right, bro. I'm going to let you go.
Bad mental health.
We're going to call.
We getting canceled.
Yeah, everything we've said so far, me and Tony ain't here wilding. So, I just want you to know it's not City World Radio anymore. It's City Boy Radio.
Oh,
City boy!
Hell no, man.
City
on.
boy!
We're gone for one episode and this is what happens?
Yeah, I'm wildin'.
We gotta cancel that whole thing, man. It's dividing the people.
What do you mean, bro? We out here trying to live it up for the city, so city boy.
We don't
radio.
need to live for nobody's city. We should be living for islands. That's what we should do. Island boys, we out here. Peace and love, fam.
Peace and love time. Okay, you got a lot of peace and love going on in your digestive system.
Shut up. Oh, fuck. My stomach.
All right.
Damn it.
All right, peace, BG, Bubble Guts.
Yeah, that's your new name. BG, bro. It'd be easy.
If we was Cash Money, you'd be BG.
And guess who is Cash Boy? And that's the Hot Boys.
Yes.
So you're BG from the Hot. Oh my! Look at God.
I know y'all didn't even hear what I said, so cool.
What you say? What you say?
Fuck DJ Squared.
I'm done.
Oh,
I'm done.
shit.
We are canceled.
Oh man,
We are done.
it is technical difficulties.
Oh, super technical difference.
Disturbance in the force.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shit! I'm about to call. Wait, what's the other topic that we could talk about? What else did I send you?
Yo, honestly, that threw me off. That threw me off right there.
You know what else threw me off this week?
What?
The photos released of Diddy and Lori Harvey
Oh yeah.
on vacation in Italy, along with Lori Harvey's family, Steve Harvey, and her mother, Marjorie Harvey.
Marjorie. Shout
Marjorie.
out to Marjorie. First of
No,
all,
it's no shout out to Marjorie.
I like her name. It just reminds me of butter, and butter's warm.
Can't believe it's not butter.
There was definitely a lot of PDA going on in those pictures, and I don't know. Yo, how old is Diddy? Can we check real quick? Siri, how old is Puff Daddy?
Sean Combs is 49 years old.
Oh my God!
Yo, that man.
Ask Siri how old is Steve Harvey.
Okay.
So this way we can get a straight
Siri,
confirmation.
how old is Steve Harvey?
Steve Harvey is 62 years old.
Jesus.
Wait, hold on. I have another question. Siri, how old is Steve Harvey's mustache?
Here's what I found.
You didn't find nothing.
Can I ask you? No, I'm not gonna ask you a question. It would have been.
Yeah, no,
something-
because I was trying to prove that Steve Harvey's mustache is older than Lori
Diddy?
Harvey.
Oh, it is though. It is. We all know that.
Wow.
So, the other week we did talk about the photos of Diddy and Lori Harvey walking down the street, but nobody was holding hands. Nothing romantic seemed to be going on, so we didn't think much of it. But now this week there was a dinner photos of them in Italy with Lori Harvey, Diddy, Steve Harvey, and Lori Harvey's mother on a double date. And Lori Harvey and Diddy were very affectionate with one another. Now, mind you, Lori Harvey is 22 years old. Diddy is what, 51, 49?
49.
49. Her dad is 61. And Lori Harvey is also known to be dating, at a certain point in time, one of her previous exes was P. Diddy's son.
Justin Combs.
Who is now, what, 20, 21?
He's young. He's probably like in the 25 range because he's around my nephew's age. They went to football camp at the same place.
Your nephew went to football camp with Diddy's son?
Mm-hmm. And like another like NFL legend's son. Yeah.
So many Diddy insiders we know.
For real.
But
that's
yeah.
crazy. The age gap is crazy.
The age gap is crazy. The fact that you dated my son, and now you're gonna date his.
Can we point out what?
What?
I'm like, yo, the age gap is crazy. She's like,
No.
She's
Jade is like, no, I'm with Jade. No, that's not that crazy because that's almost been normalized throughout older black culture that they could just date young girls and it's okay. Yeah, that's just a lot of cultures where just dating young people is kind of not. I don't want to say it's been normalized and it needs to die, but because it's getting creepy, especially now with social media and we just see more and more what it looks like. But it is just nasty of the fact of Tone. Let me ask you as a man, your hypothetical son.
When Lori Harvey was born, Men in Black 1 came out.
That's insane.
Diddy like executive produced albums at that point. He was like on the Bad Boys soundtrack. Yeah.
But it's not the age gap. It's the fact that, yo, you dated my son, and then you've been around, and then you want to date me? No! That's weird to me on Diddy's end. What's weirder is the fact that we're going to go and have a double date vacation with her parents?
Yeah, but it's not weird for her. It's weird for Diddy to date
a girl that dated his son.
This girl, whatever.
No, not just I'm talking about her parents.
Word.
Yeah, they went on vacation together.
In a boat.
On a boat in
That's
Italy.
Sacred. That's sacred.
And the fact, this is where my mind goes with it.
Mamma Mia, Italy. It was
Her
just,
mother
that's how
was
crazy
there.
it is.
And granted, Steve Harvey's not her blood father. It's not her biological father. She just took his name legally. So it's not really her biological father. But that is her real mother. What? All right. I know this is insensitive. I hope this doesn't come off as insensitive.
We're already canceled. Say what you need.
All right, bitch. But what mom is going to let her daughter do something like that and just be okay with it and just sit at a table like, yo, this is all
I'm sure
Gucci.
at one point there was a conversation, a good sit down, like, sweetheart, is this really, you know, the optics this gives off?
I know.
You just dated this man's son.
I don't think that was the conversation that needed to be had. There's a lot of other things Lori Harvey's been doing. I think there should have been a conversation about that.
Like being on everybody's wish list? No, I don't know anything about Lori Harvey. What else has she done?
She's been photographed out. She's been fairly active. I'll say that. She's been
Sexually?
active. I don't know that. I don't know her personally. I don't want to say her
like
business.
socially?
Let's say that. Socially, she's been in a lot of circles.
Okay.
She's been involved and associated with a lot of circles socially.
Okay.
So that's been very concerning.
Wait, like circles like hanging out with people or like people getting up in her circle?
She's been around a lot of male celebrities of the rap community.
Why are we beating around the bushes? We can say whatever we want.
She a hoe!
This is an FM radio.
She a hoe, goddammit. And my damn it, if your daughter's going to be a hoe, all right, cool, one way. But you're not going to be a hoe at the dinner table with your old-ass boyfriend who's old enough to be hanging out with, like, no.
All I gotta
weird.
say in Diddy's defense is he prophesied this he's like, I need a girl. And he got his girl.
Boo, get the fuck out of here.
He didn't say it once, he said it twice.
On part 2. Then he came back. He said, you know what? I'm getting Mario Winans and Loon. No, Loon was in part 1. Was Loon in part 1?
He said, I need a girl, receive my mom's blessing.
That's disgusting. That's just nasty.
He prophesied this.
It's nasty on everybody's side. Everybody's wrong. Except Steve Harvey, apparently.
Should Diddy be canceled for this?
No.
Because I got another situation similar to this.
Uh-oh.
Have you heard about the comedian Dane Cook? I'm talking about like we're not comedians.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
You know about his girlfriend, right?
No.
He's 46. She's 19. Nobody talks about this.
Except you and me right now.
Let's go.
Let's do it. That's nasty.
Yeah, that's like...
That's creepy.
That means she was just in high school.
That's creepy.
A year after high school. Hey,
That's I'm in my 20s and I feel awkward talking to a 20-year-old. Whenever I talk to a girl and I find out she's less than 22 years old, I feel really, really odd and I feel creepy. I'm like, no, we're not in the same social circles. We shouldn't be involved with one another. It's like, no, I don't want to say no. Love who you want to love, but Jesus Christ, like, you was just, slow down, people.
Slow down, like Bobby V said.
Somebody, like, there should be rules, a government, something. It's weird.
You can't govern love.
It's just weird on. Jesus Christ, that's just weird to me. It's a over 20-year age gap between the two. He's more than twice her age.
More than double her age, yeah.
It's just
so
not
let's
even
see.
just that.
So Diddy, half his age would be 24 and a half plus 7. The women he should be dating could be 31 and a half.
But think about Diddy's list. Yo, I had J-Lo.
In her prime. In
her prime.
In her early prime.
You know, his recently deceased baby mom.
Kim Porter.
Rest in peace. All respect.
And half of New York City probably, because don't stop.
He also had, you know, a couple of other escapades that I won't talk about.
Who? Why are you holding back so much? I'm done. Let's skip that one. Let's skip that one.
See, now you know why
I'm mad you had to mouth that.
I had to block my mouth from the camera so they couldn't see it.
We're worse than the NBA. We're like, yo.
Yeah, yo, I do that at work all the time. I talk in my shirt around people.
I'm about to solve this Rubik's Cube.
Because I don't.
I swear, man.
But you can't just add Lori Harvey to that list. That's wild. It's like nigga, you're not trying to go down in the GOAT players of all time. Like the greatest players of all time. Like, yo, I had chicks from every decade. I had the baddest chick in every decade.
For real, man.
30 years running. Like, no, you can't do that. That's wild.
Yo, let us know what you guys think of what we're saying at home. Let us know if we're canceled. Use hashtag canceled in the comments. Let us know if we're canceled or uncanceled.
There's this new show going around called The Boys. It's on Amazon Prime. It's been getting a lot of buzz.
Sounds like a show that Priest would watch.
It does, and that's why I didn't want to watch it until I decided to actually go on while I was on Amazon ordering stuff, not feeling bad for any of the Amazon workers in those giant warehouses who have to run 2 football fields in 30 seconds to get a product or else they're going to get fired. I didn't feel bad for any of them.
That's wild.
I didn't feel bad for them as I made that order, but while I was there, I saw the show called The Boys. I watched it. It's actually about superheroes in today's society.
Okay.
If superheroes existed for the past 50 years, and how would they blend into today's society? It's actually a really interesting take about all the social norms and things that go on nowadays with social media, how that would play into the effect of superheroes, the government, all different types of regulations, the army.
So like the show The Heroes.
Yeah, it was something like that, but it's just a little bit more realistic. And
more realistic?
And kind of geared towards adults.
Okay.
So, it's a show on NBC called Heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's for families because it was on ABC.
What?
It was on ABC.
No, NBC.
Yeah, adult. Hey, very first episode, not even 20 minutes in, is a dick.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's Amazon Prime, bro.
Prime.
And I didn't feel bad because it was sexual assault and just sexual misconduct, and I didn't feel bad for that dude at all because he got what was coming to him throughout the rest of that season. It was so funny because they tried to put him in situations.
Wait, the first episode was about Bill Cosby?
Something similar to that.
Oh,
it was like a new recruit into the superhero. It was like a young girl, and then she looked up to some other heroes.
Chappelle called Bill Cosby a superhero in his special.
Well, he was in the eyes of stand-up comedy. I feel that way. I mean, I don't want to turn this into a stand-up comedy podcast. This could go in that direction.
This ain't a stand-up comedy podcast. This ain't a music podcast. It's just a podcast.
Not at all. It's just a silly podcast with serious moments.
Dun dun. SVU.
Kenny, say it like this.
Hey, did we get him on the phone or not?
Oh, shit. I was supposed to call this nigga. I texted him yo, I'm about to call you. He was like, yo, I'm looking forward to it. Never call. I'm trash.
Let's see how sick he is.
Oh, well, he has something else going. He's sick of me. I think that's what's really going on. Hopefully these niggas pick up. I'm a prank caller.
Hello?
Hello?
What the fuck?
Is this Chinese food order?
You know I have caller ID up in
Fuck! Damn, you're smart. What up?
What's good, bro?
How you feeling? I told you guys you can't miss an episode, so I'm putting you to work.
Oh, I'm live on the air for the Can We Now pod?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hello, this is Evan Combest.
Is
it episode 56?
Yes.
No, where my air horn at? You can't hear it, but there's an air horn going on.
There you go.
We're like
that's my one job for the podcast, making sure Evan knows what title, what number it is.
How was our co-host feeling?
Yes. How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm dealing with an injury right now. I couldn't even stand to be outside, so that's why I couldn't be on the pod today. And then I was listening live on Spreaker, so shout out to Spreaker. Come to find out that Akai didn't even make it to the pod either. It's like, damn, niggas is dropping like flies. But thank God Tone, the producer, is here to make sure the shift stays on course.
Party Lamp is here too. We better pay some respect.
Man, Party Lamp is square for me right now. I ain't afraid of him.
It's lit.
Oh boy, he'll shade you out this motherfucker. You ain't in no condition to be fighting.
I could fight Party Lamp. One hand tied behind my back and one leg cut off.
Well,
I'll knock his bulbs out.
Can you update the listeners on what exactly is your injury? If you can divulge.
All right, so boom. So I was training
in the strip club.
No, I was training at my job and I got hit in my eye. So like a couple years ago, I had a scratched cornea and I got hit in that same exact eye. So it's basically like that whole injury happened all over again. So I have like a bloodshot eye, swollen, can't even deal with like any sort of light source, anything like that. So I basically locked myself in my bedroom, shut off all lights, like cover the windows, can't see anybody.
Butt naked.
Yes, butt naked.
So basically, what you're saying is you can't handle any light whatsoever.
True, but I can still handle the light work that is Party Lamp.
Well, that's not what he's saying on the soundboard right now. He said he's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay. Now, were there any topics that you wanted to touch on personally this week? I already called Akai. We talked to him. We're like 10 minutes left. We're like a couple minutes left in the podcast. I almost forgot about you. So
how you almost forget about me? I'm the other co-host.
Well, it's a lot going on.
That just goes to show how important I am to this podcast. Thanks, Evan. Thanks, bro.
You're important
You're
to
so
me.
Great.
Hey, man, as I say every episode, so much is going on in the world, but the most important thing is how am I co-host?
You getting another call.
You know who it is?
Lori Harvey.
Akai.
Good.
Oh, shit.
Hold on. Yo.
So we really not going to just address what I said? Like, I know we gotta
Get him
No,
off.
swap.
Get him
Swap in the lines. I swap back. Swap back. Yo, Kenneth, you here?
Yo.
Hold on a second. Yo, you still here?
Yeah, I am.
Nah, anymore. I swap back to Kenneth. What's good?
Oh, I'm done.
Yo, what's going on?
So, is there anything you wanted to talk about before I get you out of here?
Well, I know you guys already like touched on it earlier, but my thoughts, prayers, and condolences to all those personally affected by the shootings in El Paso and in Dayton, Ohio, that happened in the past like 22 hours. You know, it's a shame that today's society this is more of a normal occurrence. But I just want it to be known that from myself personally, you have came in our podcast that our thoughts and prayers and condolences go out to all those who are personally affected, and a quick recovery to all victims who happen to make it out of these situations alive.
Yeah. No, that was Akai. Hold up.
Oh.
No, but you get your shit off. Yes.
I can get my shit off, or I can finally get my shit off. All right, so boom. Yo, shout out to Popeyes. Shout out Popeyes, Louisiana Kid.
All right.
Yo, that got magically
the
cut
call
off.
got dropped.
I don't know,
man. Something going on.
Damn Sprint.
Yeah. Whew. Let me tell you something about
man,
Sprint.
I tell you, boy.
Yeah. Woo-wee, man.
City boy.
I know we had a couple of viewer questions.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
What's up?
There was one that you mentioned to me.
Which was what? Because I don't remember.
It was on the list. It was the last question on the list.
Shit, what did I say? Hit me up. What
Look at the list.
I'm trying to. These niggas keep calling me. They're hijacking my phone. I'm trying to get to the list. I see it. All right, cool. We did touch on this earlier in the in one of the other episodes, but I do want to know your opinion. Can your girl have a male best friend?
I see nothing wrong with that.
Yo, Kenneth, can your girl have a male best friend?
Wait a minute, wait. Something must have happened. My call got dropped while I was giving to Popeyes, but
I see. No, gotta go.
Yo, I got a viewer question, man.
I like how he gets all reckless because he's at home.
It's like y'all are here.
Come on, man. I got a viewer question.
No. We gotta wrap.
What's your fucking
Bag
question?
from Popeyes, and when we said
Yo, I'm sick. Yo, everybody's call got dropped. Yo, my phone blew up.
Oh, that's crazy.
But can your girl have a male best friend?
Yeah, of course. I feel a man should feel confident enough that nothing fishy's gonna happen there. Oh, we getting FaceTime calls now?
No, I'm not picking up anymore. They're done.
Hey, if they wanted to talk so much,
They should
have been here.
Exactly. You'll hear these niggas next week. So, yeah, you
they'll
said
be
you don't feel any way at all. Your girl can have a male best friend.
Yes. Certain context. I mean, if it's like a dude that I knew she was talking to before, I'd be like, hey, you really think that's the best idea here? You know? Or like if the dude's name is like Sean Combs, I'd be like, hey, listen.
Yeah, hey, man, you know you're going to take your girl.
You know,
He said, I need a girl. He said, I need your girl.
if he hangs out with dudes named Mario Wine. Yo, there he goes. FaceTime calls. Look at that.
Yo, man, why you doing this, bro? Why you doing this, bro? Come on, man. Why you being like this? Jade, what's up, yo? We out here, yo.
I don't know why Kai keeps calling the podcast. It's like they want to be here so much. All right, hang up on this, man.
Yo,
Hang up right
those
now.
cucumbers are getting to him, man.
He has come down with something fierce.
Yo,
Him and Kenneth.
did he have a shirt on his head?
No.
He looked like
I
he
don't
was-
think he had a shirt on at all. He called FaceTime us. He's butt naked.
Well, I don't know
He
why
was in a cold sweat.
He looked
Cucumber
like
sweat.
he looked like he was riding camels by the pyramids.
Yes. But to answer this question, there's a bunch of different variables that play into it of your girl having a male best friend. How long have they known each other? Did he know her before you?
Of course.
Is he single? Is he in a relationship? How often do they speak with one another? Because best friends could also just mean of how close they are. But like, oh, we don't speak to each other often, but at any given moment, I can call him and confide in this person with a very personal situation going on because they know my family, they know my history. I can call them any given time, but we may not hang out that often. So there's a bunch of different variables that do play into a situation like that. So if you want to go about it, me personally, like I said, it just depends on all those different variables, and check boxes have to be checked off in certain areas.
I agree.
And, you know, for other people, might be checked off in other areas. But
So for the most part, we're okay with it, but it just depends on the context, like I was saying before.
context always matters. But
Yeah,
we did hit the end.
we did. We hope that answered a question for somebody, because we know it's something that definitely deserves more attention, but long answer short. Long answer short.
Context matters.
As long as it's not Sean Diddy Combs.
Of course not.
And as long as it meets certain criteria.
I mean, there is one special condition I guess you can overlook. If, you know, her and her male best friend buy tickets for your show this Tuesday, tomorrow, at Caroline's to watch you and Jerry Misipio tear up Caroline's.
That'll be a good show, man.
What time is
If
it?
you're in the New York City area, come out 7:30.
Tomorrow,
Basically, yeah.
when this podcast is uploaded. Tomorrow.
It'll be a fun one. If you guys can't make it, we got more shows coming up. We got a show September
What's
14th at the New Yorican. The next I'm Funnier Than You.
Hosted by...
Both of us.
Who cares?
Oh, we're gonna have a good lineup. I've been meeting a lot of great comics lately, and
I'll leave.
Go ahead.
I've been meeting a lot of great comics lately. So I'm excited to form a new lineup. I always pay a lot of attention to the diversity that I put on the show, and that's what makes the show great.
Yeah, always.
And
it makes each one special.
And that's what makes America great again.
Hey, yo! Shut the fuck up!
Oh, I knew that was coming.
I knew that was coming. So, guys, that's the end of episode 56,
Yes.
I believe. It's been a great episode. Thank you, Tone, for standing in. Thank
got
you,
it, man.
Party
You got
Lamp.
it.
Thank you, Jade, for even coming in on a couple topics that we needed your opinion on. So, guys, as always, I don't have an outro. I wish I did. It would be nice. But until then, we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully all my co-hosts will be back. Nobody's
All right.
dead.
They'll be here.
See you later.
Peace.